There. Okay, Peyton. Today I'm going to teach you a lesson over word problems, but we're going to be going over learning important information, how to find it in word problems. So, this is actually my second lesson that I would have been teaching of 5. So the day before, which would have been lesson 1, but I'm teaching you lesson 2. Lesson 1, we would have learned how to find keywords, math keywords. And my intro for this lesson was actually to play a game with these, but since you have not learned them, we're not going to play the game. And none of the assignments today will involve you trying to find these either. But had I taught this to my other student that I was supposed to before the coronavirus, we would have found these and then continued our lesson. But anyway, so that's that. So we are actually going to start with our lesson. So I want you to just take a look at this piece of paper that has some word problems on it. And I'm going to ask you a few questions about it. So go ahead and look at it for a few seconds. So, as you look at these word problems, do you notice anything that's kind of similar between the word problems?
They each have numbers.
Okay, they all have numbers, very right. What would you say is different between the word problems?
They have different, like, stories.
Stories, yeah, like each one of those word problems is about something different, right? But they all have numbers. So, you pretty much answered my third question for me, is the pattern. We noticed a pattern, right? Because each one of the problems had numbers in them. So today we're actually working on trying to find the important information in a word problem. And one of the big things about finding important information in a word problem most of the time is the numbers. Now, for today, I actually put them out in number form, right? I didn't spell any of these words out. No. There will be in the future word problems that do have, like, if the number is 4, like in this one, it will be spelled out F-O-U-R. So those will be getting trickier, but for my lesson today, I just put the number in there. So when we're looking, today we're just looking for the number though, but occasionally you will have to look for the word. So we just pointed out the important information about the numbers. The difference is, what is on this one? What's right before it?
A number sign.
A number sign, right? And what does that number sign tell us?
That's dollars.
That's dollars. So that is also another important thing, is that's saying that that's not just 20, but that's $20. What if, have you ever heard of CM or IN? They're types of inches or centimeters. Do you know what those are types of? What do we use those to do?
To
measure things, right? So important information can also be measurements too, which would be if it had, instead of the dollar sign, it said 20 inches behind it or 20 centimeters. But normally the numbers will go with the measurements. So anyway, when we are looking for important information, a very important, easy way to find it is to look for the numbers. Okay? So we are actually going to play a game now. I'm going to play with you since it's just you and I, okay? Is that okay? So we're going to start with this. It's kind of like a matching game. We're not matching anything. So we have 8 cards. They're all flipped over. So I'm going to demonstrate it for you. So I'm going to flip over a card, any one of them. So I'm going to pick this one. And I'm going to read it to myself. You don't have to read it out loud. And I see instantly that it says there are 24 students riding a bus. So then I know that, didn't I just say that numbers most of the time decided important information? So then all I want you to do and for I to do is just to find one piece of important information on here and say it out loud. So I would say 24 students. And then I'm going to keep my card.
Okay.
Think you can go now? Okay.
Tommy has a book with 108 pages. It's there online.
Okay, so where's the important information there?
The 108.
Yeah, 108 pages. So there's your important information. So now you can keep your card. So I'll go again. I'm going to grab this one. So I'm going to read it. see that she has 32 cookies, so I know that my important information is 32 cookies. So I'll keep that. Your turn.
750 Legos.
Okay, so you know that you have 750 Legos. I'm gonna grab this one. The important information in this one is that there are 54 playing cards. Okay, your turn.
36 candles.
Perfect. Okay, only 2 left. I see that Vicky has 12 eggs, so the 12 eggs is important. And last one.
Cartons.
33 cartons. Awesome. Okay, so that was our matching game, and that was just so that we could work on just finding the important information in a word problem. Okay? So now that we've done that, we've each had an equal amount of time. We're actually going to do a rally coach. So, this is the worksheet that I had you look at earlier to identify some important information. Now we're going to use these same word problems, and we're going to do a rally coach. And this is where I'm going to pretend I'm partner A and you're partner B. So each one of these is labeled AA, BB. So I am going to talk through this word problem as though you have absolutely no idea how to find important information, even though you just showed me you know how to find important information, right? And then when it's your turn to go, you're going to pretend like I have no idea how to do it either, and you're going to speak all of it out to me, okay? So I'm going to go first. So I see my word problem says there are 8 bananas total. So I know that 8 bananas is my important information, so I'm going to circle it. The next sentence says, each of the 4 students wants to share the bananas. And so right away I see that my other important information is 4 students. So I'm going to circle that. And then it just wants to know how many bananas should each student get. But I'm only finding the important information and I've circled it, and so I am done with the problem. Think you can do your turn now? Teach me? Okay.
So Dad grilled 42 hamburgers for the cookout. The main one is 42 hamburgers.
Perfect.
Next sentence is, if each person got 2 hamburgers, so it's 2 hamburgers. How many people were at the cookout? We'll just find the main part.
Awesome. Thanks for showing me that information. Can I teach you again? Okay. So my word problem says Jim has 16 lollipops, and I see that my important information is 16 lollipops, so I'm going to circle it. He wants to share them with 4 friends, so I see that other important information is 4 friends. The rest of my word problem says, how many does each friend get? Okay. I found my important information, and then we'd be able to solve the problem. So you think you can show me how to do the next one?
Clay's mom gave him $20 to spend. It's 20. Clay's mom gave him $20. It's $20.
Okay.
He wanted to buy as many $4 candy bars as possible. It's $4. How many candy bars can he get in 6 doing that?
Okay, perfect. And we both found the important information in our word problems, and you taught me and I taught you, so I feel like I've learned quite a bit about that. So now we're done with our word problem rally coach. Now we're going to try to see, I'll do it with you because I printed off 2 worksheets. So I'll read our word problems out loud, and you and I are both going to work on our own piece of paper, okay? So you're going to use this to show me you know on your own how to find this important information. So here is your highlighter. I will use a pen. So in each one of these word problems, you have 4, I have 4, they're the same 4. you are going to highlight the important information. Okay? Just like we've been doing this whole time, you're going to show me how you can find the important information. Okay, so we're going to start on number 1, and I'm going to read it, and then you're going to highlight it, okay? So both of our problems say there are 120 marbles in a bag. The teacher wants to separate them among 4 students. How many marbles does each student get? Okay, now let's both take a second to go ahead and highlight our important information. Awesome, that's what I got too. Okay, ready to go on to number 2? The baker had 5 customers. He had made 15 cookies. How many cookies does each get? Okay, ready to highlight? Okay. Awesome, that's what I got. Okay, we're going on number 3, ready? The mom made 12 meatballs for dinner. She split the meatballs with her 3 kids. How many meatballs did each kid get? Ready? Awesome. Okay, last one. There are 18 balls on the playground. There were 9 students wanting a ball. Once divided up evenly, how many does each kid get? Ready? Okay. Awesome. Good job, Peyton. Okay. Had this been with my other student, this would have been your individual thing, and then we would have done a progress monitoring thing. So this would have been something I would have done every single day, the same thing, just a different word problem, for me to be able to see how you grew. But since you haven't done any of the other lessons, we will not be doing a progress monitoring today. So, being said that, I want to do a different kind of closure that's not in my lesson plan. So, I want you to just list one thing that you learned today about being able to find the symbol or the important information in a word problem.
That it's mainly always numbers, and it could be inches and centimeters and dollars.
Awesome. It could be any of the above, cents, dollars, anything, right? And what was something that we found made each word problem different?
There are different stories. Because like once there's Clay's mom, and then there was different other stories.
You're right. So every story most of the time in word problems can be completely different, but the information is always, it can be different too, but we're always looking for, like you said, the numbers, measurements that go along with it, all that good stuff. And you did a great job finding them today. Okay, thank you so much, Peyton.